All right, let's get into game number one. Spawning on the right side of Golden Wall, one of our best new maps. It is our blue Protoss player for Team Liquid, Harstem. A recent addition to the Team Liquid roster, and the other recent addition, his teammate, the Red Terran player. It is the young Frenchman, recently turned 18, Clem. And oh boy, am I excited. These guys are extremely evenly matched, in my opinion. Clem has looked fantastic. But I think in TVP, he and Harstem are gonna make for a really exciting series. And the fact that we're starting on Golden Wall, because they've recently joined a team together, I bet you they practice a lot, or at least a decent amount together, where the way they metagame each other might get a little weird. I'm looking forward to it. Harstem is gonna try to be annoying here. In Clem's natural, there's a Marine on the way, which means Clem is gonna get a faster factory down, I guess. But no Reaper here. Is very interesting. Drops the command center, drops the mule, drops the factory. Back at home for Harstem. His Cybercore is finishing up. His Nexus is on its way. He's going to chrono out an Adept while he takes that second gas. Second Vespine gas assimilator. Clem is checking out for some proxy shenanigans. I think that's wise. This probe's coming back in to be annoying. It's going to see the Marine. That's going to be its last dying sight. Bunker on the high ground here, which I think is quite wise. We've seen some players not do so well when they don't have a bunker in their natural. First Adept is headed across. It's going to be a second, even a third Adept here for Harstem. Oh, wow. And then 2 more gateways going down, so Harstem might be putting on some big pressure. I'm actually really interested in what his plan is here. Is he going to try to kill this SCV? Oh, the SCV is running away. It's a Marine in that bunker already. The Adept going to get pushed back. And the command center will finish. Nicely done by Clem. Not losing that SCV and not delaying that command center by very long at all. Now we've got double mine production available, and should be a medevac coming out for that medevac drop. Depths are looking like they want to shade in, but there's 3 Marines in this bunker. They got to be careful. Those will kill those Adepts quite quickly if the Adepts stick around too long. Proxy pylon here for Harstem. He's leaving, so it's not going to be like a proxy gate or anything. Twilight Council on the way up. I mean, it's feeling like he wants to do a Glaives build here with even more Adepts being warped in. Clem is going to have some mines against this. He does have that Hellion. He could make more mines or more Hellions with this reactor factory, but no, he's going to swap it. I'd actually love for him to make some Hellions here. He's going to see 6 Adepts come up. Pulls off the line immediately. I think that's very smart. The Adepts finish their shade. They are not afraid. And they shouldn't be. They kill 1 SCV. They kill the Hellion. Oh my god. That was not a Manor Mule, ladies and gentlemen. That was a block, delaying these Adepts from being able to get in. And buying Clem a little bit more time, but is it enough time? It's not actually Glaives out of that Twilight Council. Something worth noting. There's still 5 Adepts in the base. These Adepts shade down. 8 SCVs have gone down so far. Mine drop kills 9 probes though. So some counter damage being done. Harstem does still have some Adepts here. He's not going to shade up back into the main base. But a beautiful mine drop. We missed it. But the mines did not miss their targets. Oh, is Harstem paying attention this time? Doesn't look like he is. Couple go down. Oh, okay, Harstem was paying attention to this one. Fortunately, this one in the main, fortunately for Harstem, that one in the main didn't get much done. Couple more probes going down. Oh my god, but so many SCV kills. The Adept Shade over here, they get recalled and they will go home. It is now 28 SCVs to 37 probes. Harstem is way up in that worker count. He's got Blink about to finish. And he's got a bunch of Stalkers warped in. How many Stalkers we have right now? Well, only 6 at the moment. There's a ton of dead space back here. I kind of didn't realize. I thought maybe it ended a little sooner, but no. Ton of dead space. So that medevac's just going to be annoying. I was just watching somebody talk about this. I think it was Gemini. About how annoying it is to have this medevac back here. You really have to pay attention. And you usually want to leave some Stalkers back home. I think, honestly, he could leave. There's only 1 mine in there. And even if he doesn't split, the most 1 mine usually gets on a regularly mining base is like 4 or 6 probes, which, considering he's ahead 9 workers right now and he's chronoing out, he's got a 3rd base up and running. I think he can afford to not worry about it too much. All right, a lot of units walking across the map for Clem right now. He is up a good bit of army supply. Charge is on the way, but it's not done. +1 armor just started. I guess it's about as far as +1 attack is for Clem. This observer is going to see exactly what's coming. It's going to see its own death. The curse of the Oracle. Blink Stalkers blinking back, but not blinking back hard enough. Ooh, a nice hot pickup in that medevac, and the tank sieges up, gets a nice shot off. Clem's going to keep moving forward. The army supply is pretty similar. Charge is about to finish. Harstem bought himself enough time to get charge out. I'd love to see him hit from both angles. That looks to be his plan. Oh, a nice scan goes down, though. He gets those early shots off on the siege tank. Retargets onto the weaker Stalkers. But it looks like both tanks going to go down. Nice use of the Warp Prism. The Warp Prism dies for it, but without the siege tanks, Clem's push becomes a lot less strong. He has bunkers up now, though. Charge Zealots moving in. I don't know if there's quite enough here for Clem. He's trying to repair these bunkers. And with another siege tank coming up, we're going to see more Zealots warped in. A big blink on top of this siege tank. Oh my god, but there's so much shooting down these Stalkers. All the Stalkers are going to die for that. And without the Stalkers outputting damage onto these bunkers, it's going to be really tough for Harstem to clean those up. Let's take a look at the army supply, 11 to 31. A lot of Clem's army still moving across the map, but he still has a bunker here, and it's still being repaired somehow by this SCV, who's putting down a new bunker. Immortal's being chronoed out. That's going to help with the damage output. Zealots coming in from multiple angles here. Oh, they're pulled back, which means they wasted their charge. Medevac being shot down. The tank siege is up way too far back here. I can hit those, but it splashes on the bunker. The bunker falls. I think the Stalkers are going to have to blink away. Ooh, the Immortal's in some trouble. But with the charged Zealots moving forward, and again, the siege tank unsieges. Now the Zealots are getting right on top of it. He might blink those Stalkers up there to help make sure it gets cleaned up. Takes out that siege tank, and now I think Clem's got to move back. There's just too much here for Harstem, and in the midst of all this, Harstem has been mining a ton more. The income graph is so heavily in his favor this game. I don't think Clem has a 3rd base. There's no 3rd CC. The upgrades are pretty much even, 1 armor to 1 attack. And a massive doom drop is Clem's answer here. Oh man, but Harstem is smelling it. He's smelling it. I think this observer might have even seen it. He's only got 3 Stalkers in the main base, though. He's not smelling it enough. Oh, he's walking back and forth. No. Oh. All right, Clem. This is your chance. If he can get a good siege position in the main. Oh, he's going to siege behind this wall. Behind the golden wall. The blink forward ends up backfiring a little bit here for Harstem. Some beautiful tank shots so far, and Golden Wall being a pain in the neck here for Harstem, but I don't think Clem can continue pushing this direction, so he's going to pick up. He's going to siege up down here. Stuff's getting a little bit awkward here. The issue here for Clem is that he can't really push forward with this. Only 2 siege tanks, so he can't drop any on the front side of this wall. And I think a few stalkers should be enough here to just kind of hold on against this small group of Marines. So the tanks and these Marines end up not really doing anything at all. Harstem's just not taking any damage from this. And I think Clem needs to do something more. He's floating over his main to the gold base right now, which the Zealot should be able to see. Meanwhile, Harstem's taking a 4th base up to the corner. Oh no, a big blink forward catches one of the medevacs, this one at 2 HP. But a bunch of those units going down there. Harstem getting a nice little grab with those blink stalkers. I didn't quite see this base, it looks like, but he might have inferred what was going on by some of those SCVs. All right, a big siege up here for Clem. There's a Widow Mine here. But I don't think it's got a good shot at all. The tanks all die. The Stalkers winging to the side to take care of some medevacs. There's still a lot of Marines here, so they're going to kite for about 1,000,000 years, but they're pretty overstimmed at the moment, which means Stalkers and Immortals are just going to be one-tapping them. Harstem can't over-push, though. Scan goes down, sees that base coming up. That is not ideal. Clem knows he's in a dire situation here. He's down 20 workers. He's down an army supply. The upgrades are even. It's about the best thing I can say for him, but the longer the game goes, the less true that'll be, as Harstem already has +2 armor on the way. And Clem has been playing very, very well lately, but Harstem with a really solid defense here. Oh, now he's getting Colossi out. He's got Thermal Lance on the way, as well as a Dark Shrine coming up. He thinks Clem wants to attack, and Clem does want to attack this 4th base. But look at these Blink Stalkers, man. They are ready for this. They're just fully ready. Where's the Blink? Alright, well. Just gonna blink away. Guess that works. This pylon's still here. These Zealots still here, ready to attack. There's another base coming up, so he can try to take a different one. I love how Clem just like completely abandoned this main base. He's like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Stalkers and Zealots still looking for this drop. Harstem not going to be able to quite get that medevac. Man, nice micro. I think the medevac, is it going to see that pylon? Yeah, look at that. Catches that pylon. Just a little glimpse.
We could use some help here.
That Marine could use some help here. And there's a lot of Harstem out here. Clem does have a nice army supply. He's got 3 siege tanks out here. This Observer, though, seeing everything. Harstem, so aware of what's going on. It's a ton of Marines with this, so he might want to wait for more Colossi. He's got High Templar being warped in as well. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he has Storm, so he's just going to warp them into Archons. Let's take a look. Nope, no Storm here for Harstem. 2-2 is on the way for Clem. So this +2 armor is going to be nice for Harstem for about, what's that, 60 seconds? He's going to attack right before that finishes. Really going to want to wait for that +2 armor. Oh, he's going up into this 4th base. It's under a lot of pressure. That's going down. There's too many Stalkers here. Oh, man. Clem finally decides to make a 3rd command center, and it dies immediately. That'll show him. Looks like Harstem wants to push in. Clem has, again, just a ton of Marines here and a few siege tanks. This Observer still seeing everything that Clem has. Oh my god, a big drop. Again, the Observer sees it. Harstem knows he's going to push up right as that drop leaves. Clem decides to turn back around, but the fight is already going in Harstem's way. But Clem can attack from 2 sides now, and there's no Storm here. Well, it comes down to these Colossi to get that splash damage, but without the tanks nearby, I just don't think there's enough bio here to actually push through this. The Archon's going to be tanking so much in the meantime, too. And then 4 Colossi chewing through those Marines. Clem has no economy to fall back on. And there's the GG. Harstem takes game number 1 on Golden Wall. God damn. I told you guys it was going to be a good series. He didn't tune in until after the main base was gone. Yeah. Yeah, gold bases are good, but when you're... Oh, shit. It scared me. Hit a button. When you're forced to take the gold base by lifting off your main because you don't have a third CC, it's not so good. Alright, we're just waiting for the lobby link to game numero dos. Oh my god. And everybody wants to get in now. Look at that. Last game it was only Maddox and Marlikos in here casting with us. This game we've got Drynark, Romsley, Yogo, and TKL. All sorts of people wanting to get in on this game. Can you blame them? I mean, really. Can you blame them? Winner of this moves on. Let's see if we have a result from here, Marine Mana. Nope, doesn't look like it. You know, I haven't seen Wardy. What matches Wardy's been casting, nor have I seen Wardy B around. Good old Wardy B. Ooh, the players switched colors this game, just to throw us off. Spawning in on Simulacrum for game number 2. In the upper left-hand corner, it is Team Liquid's Clem. And his opponent in the lower right-hand corner, the red Protoss, also for Team Liquid, Harstem. Petition to change Harstem's ID to Liquid Harstem. Nah, dude. It's all about that Harstem. You know what I'd love, though? Is if he went for, like, Liquid Lips. Yeah, that's what we need. We need Liquid Lips. If he's gonna change his ID, I think that should be the plan. He could go for something else, too. He could go for, like, Liquid Captain, like CPTN, Liquid Captain. Or, how about this? Captain Liquid. CPTN Liquid. That's the play right there. Probe's gonna come in, be annoying, shoos away that SCV. Meanwhile, Harstem plops down the Nexus. He's got the Cybercore up already, or coming up already. Reaper's coming out. CC will go down, but the probe was annoying. That's its job. Probe's job is to be annoying. Just to be, you know. What does Pig call it? Captain Dickhead. Good old Captain Dickhead. That first probe. Doing its job. We got the Adept being chronoed out now. I'm guessing Harstem's going to go for double Adept. This can be very punishing to the Terran player if they don't build a bunker. If you want evidence of how double Adept opening can be punishing. Oh, probe goes down. Nice Marine kill there from Clem. Cure versus Trap game on Simulacrum was absolutely brutal. Oh my god. This Reaper is actually kiting this Adept around the Nexus. That was some full Maru shit right there. You know how everybody gets annoyed when people say just play like Maru? Clem saw that and was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. I'll just play like Maru. Easy peasy. This is beautiful, beautiful micro. Back at home, he's got a Hellion coming out. Starport coming up. Marines. Clem looking pretty solid. He did get that bunker. But yeah, Cure versus Trap from earlier today on Simulacrum. It was so sad. If you ever want to make a Terran player sad, show them that game. They'll be sad, I promise. It's not a very long game. We have 3 gateways finishing up as the Robo starts coming up. Oh, Clem, you cheeky bastard. Oh, God. Yes. All right, we've got a Cyclone coming out. We've got a few Marines coming out. Hellion and Reaper are going to be a little aggressive here. Oh, we should be able to get a probe or two. Yeah, look at that. Even get 4 probes. A nice block off on that ramp, though. Can he get 5? Can he do it? He gets 5. But on the other side of the map, 6 Adepts are out here. Ooh, those Marines want to fight, and I think no. I think no. SCV's got to pull away. Gotta pull those SCVs away, bud. All right, Cyclone's gonna come out and help push these Adepts away. In the meantime, all that action is happening, and you know what Harstem doesn't expect? A fucking battle cruiser. Goddamn. All right, we have an observer. Observers don't shoot up. We're gonna need a lot more stalkers here from Harstem if he wants to defend a BC. BC's getting pretty close, man. We have a tank coming out for the defense. Clem, I'm liking Clem's position this game. I'm waiting to see how Harstem defends against this. Oh no, he's going into a Robo Bay. The one time Harstem doesn't open Blink against a Terran. That's not true. He actually doesn't. He's one of the few Protosses that doesn't kind of default to Blink. Oh man, Clem's actually just moving across the map with this. He's gonna teleport back here. Well, that Cyclone gets absolutely wrecked. This Observer is seeing everything except the BC in the back of the base. Harstem's trying to do some counter pressure here. This siege tank is gonna say, get the fuck off my lawn. But Harstem says no. This BC, though, is still doing damage. We got 7 killed probes already. It's chasing down these Stalkers. If it can just kill Stalkers, that's going to be an issue for Harstem. He's not going to have enough anti-air to defend. There's another siege tank as well as a bunker being repaired here at the front. I don't think Harstem's going to be able to bust through. Stalker's getting targeted down. How's the cooldown on this teleport? It's not looking that good, but it doesn't even matter. Harstem's attack is thwarted by the siege tank at the bunker, and Clem's battle cruiser wins him game number 2, ties up the series 1-1. Looking good, looking beautiful. Oh, I've been messaged. All right, I've been invited. Been invited to a lobby. Currently, it's Clem versus Wardy. Going into Nightshade. Let's make sure to get all our people in. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, the memes are too good in this chat. Wardy was in the player slot against Clem, I think. And they started the game. They started the countdown. And I was like, no, please no. Wardy was like, what do you mean? You don't want to see me play this game? No, Wardy, it's too easy for you. And then they switched the players and started again, and Wardy was like, oh, race. Check your race. But the race was correct. Oh god, the memes are too good. All right. Let's get in to game number 3. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Nightshade. Making a battle cruiser with that big dig energy in the last game. It is our Frenchman, Team Liquid's Clem. Can legally say that since he's 18 now. And spawning in the lower right-hand corner in the red are Protoss, also playing for Team Liquid, Harstem. Liquid Lips. Captain Liquid. See, because he's like Captain America, but he's Captain Liquid. That doesn't really work though, because he's not the team captain, right? That's TLO. So it doesn't really work. He could go the euthermal route and go for Liquid Harstem. I don't think that has quite the same ring though. Like Thermi sounds real good. But I don't know about Harstem. I'd almost prefer like Liquid Kev. Just use that first name. We'll just go with Liquid Kev. Things looking pretty standard here. We got a Reaper fast expand for our Terran player. Liquid 07 over here, making his first adept, chronoing it out. Hey, what's up, Cobra X? How you doing, dude? How long we've been casting? Well, it is 8 a.m. I started the stream up at around 10:15 p.m. Started a little late today, but still been going for nearly 10 hours. Harstem's sending this probe up to the top side. What is that cheeky probe doing up there? What's she doing up there, bud? What's she doing? Huh? What you think you're doing? Cheeky little probe. Look at that little blue nose he has. Like Rudolph, but he's got the blue nose instead of the red nose. A couple Marines and a Reaper holding the front here. It's a bunker to fall back to. Hellion coming out. Looks like all the same kind of setup here for Clem. Double gateway and a robo now going up front. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Are you kidding me? Just as Harstem plants down that pylon, Clem comes over and kills the probe and scouts it. Like, what the fuck? Goddamn. Harstem must be so frustrated. That's one of those where you're like, alright, I hope his Reaper doesn't come up and scout and drop the pylon, and immediately it's scouted. Alright, we got Warp Gate finishing up 3 gateways and a robo once again, looking very similar to last game. No BC this time though, it's going to be a Raven. Lots of Adepts coming out. Oh, looks like should be able to catch that Reaper. There he goes. The Hellion wants to come in, but there are 2 sentries here as long as Harstem is paying attention. He should be fine to hold this door. The Nexus goes down before the probe dies to the Hellion, so that's a nice... Oh, and the probe won't even die. Look at that. Once again, the Adepts coming back to save a probe. Harstem is also Kev. Yeah, so Roddy is Kev. He's kind of the classic Kev, right? Because he got the I don't know Kev, the classic Mr. Bitter line. But he is, funnily enough, Rotterdam is not the only tall, handsome, charismatic Dutchman who plays Protoss named Kev. Funnily enough. Oh, I'm doing NA after this? Am I? Am I though? Am I though? No, not this week. I'm telling you guys, one day it'll happen. Not today. Now let's take a look at what these guys got. We got a Robo Bay and a Forge coming up, so we have our first Colossus on the way out. Over here for Clem, it looks like we've got 3 barracks producing. He's got +1 on the way. He's going to hit with that nice Stim combat shield, +1 attack timing. He has a Raven, which will have enough energy for at least 1 interference matrix by that time. I think only 1, maybe an auto turret with it. I don't think so though. It's not super high on energy right now. Where the fuck is that Raven? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's only just gonna have enough for 1 interference matrix, I think, with this push. There is a command center coming up, so Clem is gonna have a third to fall back to behind this. But with only 1 Colossus out, a second one is on its way. Harstem's gonna want to try to buy a little bit of time. It looks like he knows this is coming. Shaving off some units, forcing a siege hub. That's really nice from Harstem. This is buying him a ton of time so he can get another Colossus out. Maybe even enough time for Thermal Lance. It's a bit away. Ooh, auto turn in the back. That's kind of nice. It actually means there's no interference matrix for these Colossi. Oh no, you gotta pull. Auto turrets kill shit super quick. That's gonna get 3 probe kills. Clem is still coming in though. He ain't scared. But there's a Guardian Shield. 10 probes have died. Honestly, I think Clem could probably just pull back. Yeah, just pull back. The worker count is even. He has a 3rd base about to finish up. He's caused some delays in mining. He's killed 11 probes. Things are looking quite good. Was that a Widow Mine? Oh no, Harstem. Oh, okay, fixed it. I think it must have been a Widow Mine going down there. Yeah, a couple of them have gone down. So Clem with the multi-prong. He's going to hit with another set of mines, but there is an observer here, so Harstem should be ready. He's still got stalkers up here too. No blink on the stalkers though. No, Clem's like, oh no, I see those stalkers. I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm gonna go hang out with Mr. Raven up here. Alright, but Clem is still producing. He's got 5 barracks back at home. I think it was really smart to pull back. I think a lot of Terrans would have committed there, but the patience and the game understanding to know that he can pull back and just take his 3rd base and get his worker count up. I mean, let's take a look at the income advantage. It's in Clem's favor right now because he has a very, very close worker count plus mules. He's going to have that advantage. He's going to try to take out some of this map presence that Harstem has, some of this vision out on the map, killing a few of these adepts. Meanwhile, dropping mines in the back. Harstem is fully ready for that one. Loses a stalker and a probe. Not too shabby. Could have been a big probe hit if Harstem wasn't paying attention. No blink is getting a little frustrating, so he's got blink on the way. +1 armor coming up now for both players, actually. It's a bit ahead for Clem. Does Clem have a second eBay and an armory? No, I think that's a bit of a mistake. Oh my god, a massive drop wanted to come down, but there's an observer here. Oh, and both of those scans missed that observer by like inches. The main part of the army is down here. There's a disruptor with this. Clem's got to be really careful if he engages into that. Ooh, first Nova coming out. Gets 1 Marauder. Nice splits from Clem, but there's still too much there for him to really attack into that. These Stalkers warding away that massive Doom drop that could have done so much damage. Right now, Clem is way up on army supply. Look at this army back at home. I think it was very smart of Harstem to stop building Colossi at 2 because there are so many Vikings out. And now Ghost's coming out. Does he have the Ghost upgrade? No, not yet. Okay. So no upgrade for that Ghost EMP radius, but this is a massive 3-base attack. Ooh, Nova gets a couple of units. Any little bit he can shave off is really good here. Where are the Colossi? They are hanging way back. Oh, he's going to need some big Nova connections for this one. I don't know about this 4th base. I don't know, Kev. I don't know if you can hold that. I don't think he knows if he can hold that either. Oh, a nice blink forward actually grabs that siege tank. Only loses 1 stalker for it. Oh, that was a beautiful Nova connection. Oh, and some of these Marines running the wrong way get caught, and suddenly Clem, who had a massive army supply lead, does not anymore. Yeah, gets a nice mine connection, I guess. But Clem has to go home. He knows it. I also love Harstem pulling these Colossi back, making the Vikings just paperweights in the sky. But that being said, Harstem lost his 4th base and Clem is mining from his. Harstem is retaking one down on this side. I'd kind of love to see him actually double expand here. The worker count is even. Clem has just been mining better. But if Harstem's able to take trades like that where he gets beautiful Nova connections. Oh, look at this. Clem's going to come in and see the 3rd base isn't here. Ooh, nice split there at the very last second. Scan goes down to kill any observer that was over there. Harstem's vision, his map presence is actually quite good. But Clem's going to try to hit on 2 sides, and he has big armies on both sides. God, this is the anti-Colossus army over here. This Zealot finding out planetaries are pretty strong. Ooh, all of the Vikings land. Liberator's getting sieged up. They're doing a lot of damage, actually. This Lib has 4 kills up here. It's going to get blunked upon. Meanwhile, this army... Oh, did this army get cleaned up? I wasn't watching the right side of that battle, but it looks like it. And Clem is actually down a ton of army supply right now. The left side seemed to do okay, but it looks like the right side got completely cleaned up by those Colossi and maybe a few of these gateway units. Oh, Nova's getting sent out. Zealots charging in. And there's not enough Vikings left. All those Vikings sacrificed themselves, and these 2 Colossi, which Harstem so dutifully kept alive the entire game, pulled them back, and then waited until the Vikings were dead. He's blinking forward. He's throwing Novas forward. And this, my friends, is GG. Good luck, as Harstem will move on in the bracket to the semifinals. And Harstem today is the stronger liquid player. Damn.